Quotes from Immanuel Kant. Enlightenment is man's release from his self-incurred tutelage. Tutelage is man's inability to make use of his understanding without direction from another. Self-incurred is his tutelage when its cause lies not in lack of reason, but in lack of resolution and courage to use it without direction from another. Sapere aude, have courage to use your own reason. That is the motto of enlightenment. He who is cruel to animals becomes hard also in his dealings with men. We can judge the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. We are not rich by what we possess, but by what we can do without. Act in such a way that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in the person of any other, never merely as a means to an end, but always at the same time as an end. I had to deny knowledge in order to make room for faith. Look closely. The beautiful may be small. Two things fill the mind with ever new and increasing admiration and awe, the more often and steadily we reflect upon them: the starry heavens above me and the moral law within me. I do not seek or conjecture either of them as if they were veiled obscurities or extravagances beyond the horizon of my vision. I see them before me and connect them immediately with the consciousness of my existence. All our knowledge begins with the senses, proceeds then to the understanding, and ends with reason. There is nothing higher than reason. One who makes himself a worm cannot complain afterwards if people step on him. Whereas the beautiful is limited, the sublime is limitless, so that the mind is the presence of the sublime, attempting to imagine what it cannot, has pain in failure, but pleasure in contemplating the immensity of the attempt. Rules for happiness: something to do, something to love, something to hope for. Seek not the favor of the multitude. It is seldom got by honest and lawful means, but seek the testimony of few, and number not voices, but weigh them. Genius is the ability to independently arrive at and understand concepts that would normally have to be taught by another person. The busier we are, the more acutely we feel that we live, the more conscious we are of life. Laziness and cowardice are the reasons why so great a portion of mankind, after nature has long since discharged them from external direction, nevertheless remains under lifelong tutelage, and why it is so easy for others to set themselves up as their guardians. It is so easy not to be of age. If I have a book who understands for me, a pastor who has conscience for me, a physician who decides my diet, and so forth, I need not trouble myself. I need not think. If I can only pay, others will easily undertake the irksome work for me. That the step to competence is held to be very dangerous by the far greater portion of mankind. Space and time are the framework within which the mind is constrained to construct its experience of reality. Have patience a while. Slanders are not long-lived. Truth is the child of time. Ere long she shall appear to vindicate thee. Thoughts without content are empty. Intuitions without concepts are blind. The reading of all good books is like a conversation with the finest minds of past centuries. The light dove, in free flight, cutting through the air the resistance of which it feels, could get the idea that it could do even better in airless space. Likewise, Plato abandoned the world of the senses because it posed so many hindrances for the understanding, and dared to go beyond it on the wings of the ideas, in the empty space of pure understanding. Man must be disciplined, for he is by nature raw and wild. Scepticism is thus a resting place for human reason, where it can reflect upon its dogmatic wanderings and make survey on the region in which it finds itself, so that for the future it may be able to choose its path with more certainty. But it is no dwelling place for permanent settlement. Such can be obtained only through perfect certainty in our knowledge, alike of the objects themselves and of the limits within which all our knowledge of objects is enclosed. There is something splendid about innocence, but what is bad about it, in turn, is that it cannot protect itself very well and is easily seduced. If the truth shall kill them, let them die. But although all our knowledge begins with experience, it does not follow what it arises from experience. Only the descent into the hell of self-knowledge can pave the way to godliness. All false art, all vain wisdom, lasts its time but finally destroys itself, and its highest culture is also the epoch of its decay. In the kingdom of ends, everything has either a price or a dignity. What has a price can be replaced by something else as its equivalent. What, on the other hand, is raised above all price, and therefore admits of no equivalent, has a dignity. By a lie a man throws away, and, as it were, annihilates his dignity as a man.